so I mean, section 1 is the one that says number 1, and then section 3 is like... Hello, and thank you for your interest in our poster. I'm Carolina Burkwart. This is Ben Foster.
Hello.
And we'd like to just talk you through the main ideas of our poster, which we've been working on. So, over to Ben to start.
Thanks, Carolina. Well, what we're going to be looking at is knowledge transfer, which is also known as KT, and the changing nature of KT and some of the challenges associated with it. So first of all, KT is basically the exchange and dissemination of knowledge, particularly the change in information. KT is increasingly being recognised as being a valuable activity, particularly for researchers and developers in universities.
That's right. And actually, KT is at the heart of most activities at universities, if you think about it. Lecturers and professors are disseminating knowledge and information, not only to their students through lectures and seminars, but also to a wider audience through their publications, especially online.
And increasingly, publications are reaching a truly global audience.
Exactly, yes. In the past, publications tended to be more restricted in their reach, whereas nowadays they're essentially global in terms of their access and also in terms of their authors, the researchers who write for them.
And this brings us on to our next point, which is the emergence of open access journals. Open access journals basically means free at the point of use. So students or the general public can access these journals in electronic form, directly without having to pay for them. Obviously, this is in contrast to the more traditional model, which was on a payment basis. Journals were published in print form only, which can be expensive, obviously, because you have to pay for them. So it was usually the university libraries that subscribed to them for the benefit of their students, rather than individuals.
Okay, so as Ben says, things have changed, and there are a lot of issues here. Although access is free, it's very important to maintain quality. So the content, the papers, the articles, these are still peer-reviewed. In other words, other researchers from the same subject area review the content, checking it for accuracy, reliability, quality, those sorts of things.
That's right. And one other area we wanted to look at was plagiarism. One advantage of the fact that basically all articles are now available electronically. One advantage is that it's much easier to detect when something has been plagiarised using anti-plagiarism software. And another area is innovation. Universities need to look at what they do in terms of innovation.
Well, just before we look at innovation, I think we should just talk about our central idea here. Basically, if I could just explain this cycle here. So this starts with direct investment in educational research. Now, this investment could come from a government agency, like a higher education council, something like that. Or alternatively, it may come from industry, because increasingly, companies are choosing to invest in aspects of university research that have economic potential. So this means increased levels of research at universities because there's more funding available, and the emergence of more high-tech companies developing the ideas that come out of that research. So the next stage in our diagram is an increase in economic competitiveness. The local economy surrounding the university benefits, resulting in economic growth. And finally, all this economic growth, all this activity should lead to more funding, more money becoming available for research at universities, in other words. Ben, did you want to talk about that at all?
Well, looking at the time, I think we probably should move on.